everyone, and welcome. We are so excited to bring you another edition of Jacket Journey. Today I'm with Katlyn Gillen, who's a senior here at Montana State University Billings. Katlyn, welcome, and thanks so much for being here.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yeah. Do you want to start by just telling us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and how you ended up at MSU Billings?
Yeah, so like she said, I am a senior, so I'm super excited to be done in less than a week. And I am originally from Elko, Nevada, so I just moved here with family to Livingston and then eventually ended up in Billings. MSUB was just a very easy, accessible school for me, and they also had the degree that I wanted, which was human services, so I'll graduate with a bachelor's in that. And then continue my education for a master's in rehabilitation and mental health counseling.
Tell us, you're just mentioning it's about your last week of class here on campus. Congratulations on your degree, such a huge accomplishment. How are you feeling about that?
I'm super nervous because it's just, I've been going to school for 4 years and I've just really enjoyed my experience here at MSUB. It's definitely some place that I call home, and it's sad that I have to leave all of this stuff that I've been able to do, and a lot of my friends are younger, so watching them also grow. So I don't know, it'll be a hard transition.
Yeah. And it's a little bittersweet because it does become your home, but we're so excited. So tell us a little bit, based on your involvement, I'm so excited to hear about this first generation college student and all of the amazing things that I know you're going to go do and conquer. What were some of the support that you received here at MSU Billings? You talked about the family, but as you were navigating, figuring all of this out, what was some of the resources that you utilized? So
I definitely leaned on TRIO just because they work with first generation students, and just being able to have help with tutoring and printing, and because college isn't the easiest journey you'll ever face, but it is one of the funnest. And just having a mentor, I think, and just leaning on other individuals within the community. So I think I really leaned on like Sonia Jones, and often go to her with a lot of my problems, and she's just always really patient and kind. And Brandy Sowens is my advisor, so just going to her with a lot of my issues. But yeah, even though I'm a first generation college student, it never felt like it.
Yeah.
So,
that's awesome. Yeah, that's great to hear. And I love hearing those names. Those both alum of MSU Billings too, still doing amazing things here on campus. So that's super exciting.
Yes.
So you mentioned a little bit about that mentor relationship that you had, which is often a lot of advice giving. So if you could give advice to a new incoming Yellow Jacket, what would that be?
For a new incoming Yellow Jacket, I would just tell them to get involved early, because college, you sit here and you pay money and to get an education, but you're also wanting to get that experience. So getting involved on campus, whether it be through ASMSUB, through SAB, through TRIO, through music, any other programs on campus, we're all wanting to just be here again for the students. So that is definitely one of my huge advice, and just not being able to ask questions and asking for help.
Yeah.
So that has just been a huge aspect in my life too.
Yeah, I think that's great advice, because there's so many resources and so much help here. You just have to take that first little brave step to ask for it, and then it all kind of comes together. So that's great. So tell me, commencement is coming up in just a couple weeks. What are you looking forward to about graduation?
I want to just be able to sit back and see all of our accomplishments. And I think walking across that stage, it's such a little thing, and you might have to sit there for 2 hours, but at the end you get a piece of diploma to say how hard you worked. And I have a lot of family actually coming to visit, so after commencement, just being able to have that support and the love is what I'm super excited about, because I'm a very family-centered person. So, and I know that they're all very proud of me and how far I've come. So just crossing that stage and being able to toss your hat and walk away knowing that you did something really big. And I'm excited to begin a career path where I can help other individuals. So
it takes a while to get to this stage with lots of graduates, but it is such an amazing accomplishment, and one of my favorite days of the year too, so I can't wait to watch it.
It'll be exciting.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about what you want to do after graduation. You mentioned your master's degree, but what's your ultimate goal, and what do you hope to do with this education that you've received?
So I'm very on I don't really know what I want to do.
That's okay,
And yeah, so I go for 4 years for a bachelor's and I don't know what I'm doing. But I started my career wanting to just help children. So I wanted to be a child psychologist. I had a psychology major. And then as I went through all of my programs and my classes, I learned that that wasn't particularly what I wanted to do. And then I started working one-on-one with college students and just seeing that each individual has their own story and you don't know what they're going through, but they still show up and they still rock it and they still go to their classes, and sometimes we have some of the hardest days in our lives, but you would never know. And so just their resiliency and seeing other first-generation students, I think that pushed me to better myself. And so now with my career, I want to work with college-age students. Yeah. So I'm hoping my master's program, if I get to have some internships and grab some more hours, that eventually I'll find what I want to do as an adult.
Yeah, it's totally good. That's what I graduated and I thought that I was going to go do something else, and I had that same experience, and here I am several years later, because it's an amazing thing to be able to do.
Yeah.
So Katlyn, tell me, how have you changed and how have you evolved in your 4 years here at MSU Billings?
I definitely think that I've grown in many aspects. When I came in as a freshman, I was very scared and timid because that's a huge leap to do as a first-generation college student, because what do you expect? How do you where do you find your classes? It's not in one building. It can be very intimidating, but on the first day of school and classes, there were people there to help find our courses, and I made a lot of friends. Lifelong friends, honestly, here, and through the years I've just grown in my confidence and my leadership skills. I would have never have thought I'd be where I am right now. Just being able to lead teams and be involved with SAB and TRIO and still have 2 off-campus jobs, my time management skills, and just everything. I couldn't see myself being here without this college experience. Yeah.
So tell me, kind of as we wrap up today, what would you share about MSU Billings? You've talked a little bit about the community and the family, and we've given a little bit of advice, but if someone is thinking, maybe school is something I want to pursue, what would you tell them? What would you tell them about going to college, and what would you tell them about MSU Billings specifically?
Absolutely. So definitely doing your research. I know that sometimes we don't always offer all of the degrees. So that's what really drove me to MSU Billings, is because we have a really good human service program and psychology program, and that's something I was really interested in. Of course, we have many other programs, but I had to just sit down with individuals and just say, is this the best college for me? And look at prices, because again, you have to pay for schooling and do FAFSA. So for MSU Billings, I would just say, if you want something that's just family-like structure, have small connections, be able to have in-person classes with professors who really care about you, MSU Billings is the spot to go. I would choose this university over many others, and I think, just doing your research, asking questions.
That's great advice, and I think you kind of hit the nail on the head that this family atmosphere and just being maybe not the largest university in the state really gives us the opportunity to really know our students and to be there and help them through their journey. So thank you for sharing your journey with us today. We really appreciate you, and congratulations on your upcoming graduation.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah.